Alrighty. So IGN just dropped the Ninja Gaiden 4 demo or like demo playthrough or hands-on playthrough. So I'm gonna check it out and we're gonna talk about it. Let's go.
Does Ninja Gaiden still work in 2025 in a world where
I'm gonna
Souls-likes
remove my
dominate the
camera here.
high-skill action game subgenre? I played Ninja Gaiden 4 for the first time last weekend, and my answer is unequivocally yes, absolutely, 1000%. Ninja Gaiden not only still works in 2025, but it is a high-speed, stylish breath of fresh air. It was my favorite thing I played amongst all the games I covered at this past weekend's various shows.
All right, so I'm gonna do. I guess we'll do the breakdown while we're watching it. I'll try not to pause it too much, but let's go.
Not only still works in 2025, but it is a.
All right, so RT and attack. Is that like I guess it's like, yeah, that's like Metal Gear. It's like a charge attack kind of thing. Like a empowered attack. In the upper left corner, that's the elixir of the gods. So that's how you use your health recovery. So that makes sense now.
A high-speed, stylish breath
they put
of
the karma
fresh
back.
air.
I guess you get combo points now, like kind of like platinum games, like how they do.
I covered at this past weekend's various showcases, and as someone who considers Ninja Gaiden, and as someone
I'm not sure what the thing in the bottom left is right there. Oh, actually, it's his weapon. I can see it now. It's just showing dual swords. I don't know what the meter next to it though. Maybe that's his Raven form. And then in the bottom right, I have no idea.
Thing I played amongst all
it just looks like points or something.
Weekend's various showcases, and as someone who considers Ninja Gaiden Black the finest action game ever made, I left incredibly happy.
Hold on. OTs. Ultimate techniques give you like 300 score. Consecutive kills is like 200. Obliteration is 150. So Ultimates is still gonna give you the most karma.
Minutes of hands-on time with Ninja Gaiden 4 isn't remotely enough to make a judgment call on where Platinum Games and Team Ninja's sequel will fit into the hierarchy of the franchise, but it was.
I didn't like the way the enemy just like dodged mid hit stun like that. That was kind of it's kind of irritating.
Which means Ninja Gaiden 4 is off to a good start in terms of dialing in that ever so special Ninja Gaiden feeling as Platinum Games takes the lead with Team Ninja guiding them. The game is fast, said Platinum Games producer and director Yuji Nakao. We wanted to make sure it feels like a modernized high-speed game while staying true to what Ninja Gaiden is. He added, "We are going against the trend," meaning, of course, Souls-likes. I played as
you mean back to normal, the way it was supposed to be?
1, which isn't the very beginning of the campaign. That honor goes to a tutorial section, but for all intents and purposes, it is. It's set well after Ninja Gaiden 3. Shh, we don't talk about that one. In a near future Tokyo, amidst
I bet he doesn't even know why we don't talk about that.
Still far enough from the shrine that the demon's influence shouldn't be too strong yet. Keep moving.
Sadly, I didn't get to play as Ryu Hayabusa here, but I can't wait to do so.
That I don't like. If it like, I don't have a problem with you changing the main character, but I do have a problem when it's like, in this case, the game is supposed to be Ninja Gaiden. You represent Ninja Gaiden. You want people to play as Hayabusa. You don't just throw the new character in there like that. But whatever, it's all good.
I didn't mind too much in my demo, though, because I was having so much fun as Yakumo.
Oh, there's stealth kills. There was stealth kills in 3, but I think it was only on like one or two stages.
Izuna drop anyone? While also unleashing his own in the form of Blood Raven attacks, which are deployed by holding the left trigger and then pressing X or Y.
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's like
offensive maneuvers, but they take longer to wind up and execute.
if you played the Metal Gear Rising DLC as Jetstream Sam, it's gonna be a lot like that.
It was my old habits and not being quick enough to adopt these new moves that doomed me in the large encounter near the end of my 25-minute hands-on session. I won't make the same mistake next time.
I'm trying to understand something. Why does it keep saying like hold RT and then press the button? Y'all see that on the left side? It says hold RT and press the button for light attack, hold RT, press for heavy attack. Hopefully you're not having to hold RT the whole time. Like you remember how in Metal Gear R was like run, so you could run faster and you can still attack without holding it. That's just odd. I just find that very, very odd.
Session, I won't make the same mistake next time.
I think, but he said L was the powered up attack, which is that right there.
And unfortunately, it means I didn't get to face off against the Chapter 1 boss, who you can see in action here.
Oh, come on, bro. You're supposed to be able to fight the boss.
If you've played Ninja Gaiden games before, you should feel pretty comfortable right away, even though
that's how he could jump like that. Okay.
To learn and get used to. Tapping right trigger.
I don't know how he was able to parry while he was attacking. Y'all caught that?
Pretty comfortable right away.
Hold on.
Even though there.
Okay, he's in hit stun. He jumps back and he's attacking, but he's able to parry at the same time. That's kind of cool. But I don't know how you're doing that. Like what enables you to do that?
Learn and get used to. Tapping right trigger at the right moment to block an incoming attack and set up a counter, wall running and tapping Y to take the head off of a low-level enemy, holding Y with Blood Essence, seemingly in place of Ninpo, at least for Yakumo, still uncollected on the battlefield after your previous kill so you can use them to power an ultimate technique on the foe still alive in front of you. It's all still
on. Run that back
with Blood Essence, seemingly in place of Ninpo, at least for Yakumo, still uncollected on the battlefield after your previous kill, so you can use them to power an ultimate technique on.
I think he messed up what he was trying to say. What he was saying was it's not Ninpo. He was talking about the essence. He said hold the button while after you kill the enemy. He said collect Ninpo, but I think he meant collect essence to charge the ultimate technique.
Still alive in front of you. It's all still here. Oh, and don't forget to assassinate enemies quietly when you get a chance.
Notice that he cannot use a health item right now, so I guess when you're in a certain part of combat, like a stealth part, you can't use it.
If anything, Ninja Gaiden 4 feels faster than ever.
Man, they're quick.
Even Yakumo's running speed feels faster than Ryu's did in the older games.
I definitely noticed that.
It's also somehow.
I know my games, bro. Okay, all right. So the meter at the bottom left is what he uses to do those power up attacks. So each, every weapon it seems like has a certain meter, I guess. Because before it said dual swords, but it showed he has 2 stances, so I'm not sure.
But here, the crimson fountains spray every which way, constantly coating Yakumo in a carry-like coating of plasma. Arterial spray gets everywhere when slicing and dicing a handful of foes. It's like a vampire's dream come true out there. Now let's all sit back and watch this awesome sequence for the next minute and a half or so, which I remind you again is only from the first proper level of the game.
So the essence is right there, so you can do that to charge the ultimate. Did it restore his gauge? Or is it... Oh, one more time.
Sit back and watch this awesome sequence for the next minute and a half or so.
I want to see if the essence like restored anything.
From the first proper level of the game.
It didn't. It just gave him karma. That was it. Yeah, you see the movement is different. Way different. Hayabusa cannot wall run that high. Okay.
Oh, and here's more good news. The camera is actually pretty good now.
Don't say that.
It's certainly evolved over the
Don't
years,
do that.
but thankfully in 2025, it no longer seems to be a detriment or distraction.
Don't
to the
do
player.
that. Don't do that.
Certainly a lot more
we
time will be
we
needed
dealt
to
with that
verify
after the
this
first
initial
game, bro.
impression, but the camera didn't annoy me once in my entire hands-on session. Difficulty modes, meanwhile, can be adjusted on the fly if, say, you're playing
On the fly?
hard and want to drop it to normal for a particularly tough
On the
boss.
fly? So, okay. That's a weird change, okay? So that means if you could change the difficulty anytime, that means two things. One of the things I don't like. The first thing is that means that there's no like path of the Master Ninja. Maybe there is a path of the Master Ninja, like, but not like a game mode. Like you just unlock it and then you just turn it up to Master Ninja difficulty and it just becomes Master Ninja. The other thing I don't like about it is if that's the case, if you could change the difficulty on the fly like that, then the problem with that is that the difficulty sounds like it's not based on enemy placement and how smart the enemies are. It just sounds like damage increase. Because if you could change it like that, right, then that means that the mode that you're playing is set to have a set amount of enemies. So, does that make sense? So like if it's just story mode, and let's say you started the game on normal, right? And then as he just said, you could change it on the fly. So I pause the game, I change it to Master Ninja, right? It's not going to change the enemy placement or anything because the game mode it's already loaded. Like there's no way it's going to do that. It's not like, hey, I paused the game, I changed it to Master Ninja, and then like 4 more enemies spawn in. It's not that that's not possible. That's just like, it's highly likely that that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that irks me because now it just feels like it's all the same mode. You just take more damage playing on harder difficulties since you could change it on the fly.
An easy mode is here too. It's called Hero Mode, but I didn't get to test it out to see just how forgiving or not it might be. I spent my time on normal difficulty.
If you play Hero Mode, you're a scrub. This is AKA you can mash the buttons to win.
Also, baked into normal at least, and presumably Hero as well, but I'm not sure about hard yet, is a feature that offers you a helpful item if you failed a particular encounter a few times. On that
sounds like Ninja Gaiden Black.
I was too slow to bring Yakumo's new attacks into.
Wait a minute. We got on landing UTs. It is the same thing.
Was too slow
right here.
To bring
Yep, that's all in there.
Yakumo's new attacks into.
I don't know what the circle thing at the bottom left is. I noticed it goes up per like combo that he was doing.
Out of trying to find a save point with ample health and supplies. A red-eyed raven can also be approached, which triggers a visit from a friend who can unlock combat skills in exchange for the in-game currency you've accumulated.
Okay, so you got this is Yakumo's version of the Muramasa shop. So you don't level up the weapon, you just level up the moves. So you got like, I hope he scrolls down. You got Zuna Drop, Flying Swallow. Let's see.
You can also go into a practice mode from here.
Oh, it tells you as well on the right side, if you can see it. It tells you what weapon that the move is available to do. So it's not like each weapon has a level up. It's just you just you unlock the moves, and then when you get the weapon, it just unlocks like another, like Devil May Cry a little bit, but even the Devil May Cry, it's the level up system is based on like your style in each weapon, whereas in here you just buy the moves, and then let's say Yakumo later on he gets the staff thing, it's just gonna unlock another thing to buy in the store. So the bottom right, that little memory card looking thing, the gold thing, that's money
accumulated. You can also go into a practice mode from here too that lets you get familiar with your moves, which I didn't waste time doing during my short demo.
Oh, too good for practice, huh?
And yes, there are collectibles to look for as well. They're called gourdies, and they're little adorable creatures that you have to complete a quick time event sequence in order to secure.
Why?
I found one gourdie in chapter 1, and it was only...
Gourdies are mysterious, adorable creatures found throughout the world that you can attempt to capture by pressing B once within range. Some can be captured by correctly inputting the display combinations, and some may flee if they detect you.
2 rapid succession button taps to bag it.
Oh, nah.
We'll see if the QTEs get more
Thing about to eat
complicated
'em.
and difficult the deeper into the game.
Oh, I just want to see what it said. Mysterious creatures that resemble a gourd. They are highly sought after specific fields of research, perhaps due to their cuddly personalities and adorable appearances. But what do they
The
do?
deeper into the campaign you get. I'm
Like,
not
don't just
sure
give us
yet
a
if
collectible and
collecting them
they
will
don't do
yield any
anything.
sort of greater reward. I'll be honest. I came into my first hands-on session with Ninja Gaiden 4 with extremely high expectations. If Platinum Games and Team Ninja screwed this up, I would have been very vocal about it as a 20-year fan of the series.
I call you a liar. Just because y'all IGN people, y'all don't be playing the game like we do.
But thankfully, they seem to be on the right track towards getting this right. If they don't,
That's good
the
to hear.
series is probably dead forever. But I was smiling the entire time I was playing Ninja Gaiden 4, even when I got killed. Its need for combat speed is matched by its sense of style, and all I want to do right now is play more Ninja Gaiden 4. The year of
I
the
still don't
ninja
like that
might
sound effect,
truly
though.
be magical. Between the excellent Ninja Gaiden 2 Black earlier this year, the extremely promising Ninja Gaiden Rage
That
Bound
was
we
fun. I
also
played that
just played
yesterday.
and adored, Sega's seemingly focused
I gotta
2D
play that.
revival of Shinobi, and the biggest one of them all, Platinum Games' Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm as optimistic as ever that they're gonna nail this when it, Izuna, drops on October 21st.
The Dark Dragon is mine.
For more previews of the cool
All right, that's pretty much it. But yeah, that was just a breakdown of like what's in it, what's not in it. I did see stuff I liked so far, but like I said, I told y'all that the movement was not Ninja Gaiden. Like, I trying to tell you, that man ran up the wall like all the way, bro. I wanted to start from like where he.
some sequence for the next minute and a half
Yeah,
or
this
so,
part.
which I remind you again is only from the first proper level of the game.
Okay, so he got the essence now. Now that I'm seeing it, he got the essence. The money is in the bottom right corner. However, I can't tell for sure, but it don't look like the essence gives you money. It looks like the kill gives you money, because he only got 47 money from that kill. So it's gonna be a while till you level up some stuff. The upper left part is just karma. It's just score. That's all it is. It doesn't do anything towards you like buying stuff. Maybe if you finish an enemy with like a certain amount of karma in the fight or something like that, you get extra money. Because as you can see, like the insta kill, the plus 20 to plus 10, that's added to his money. So right here, you see the plus 47 in the bottom right. That's added to whatever it is that he's getting, right? But the karma itself, the score, doesn't affect anything. It's just the kills and the OTs and all of that stuff. Oh wow! Hold on. Whoa! That enemy slashed him, and he went from in the air to standing on the floor immediately. I don't know if y'all caught that. Right after this, like watch this. He jumps. He gets slashed. He just immediately just lands back on the floor. It doesn't knock you down. It just makes you go to the floor standing again. That's a little cheap though. Like in the case of if every enemy is jumping. Oh, there's a limit to your block. I guess that's like guard break. When he blocked it the first time, he was glowing white. He blocked it the second time, he was glowing yellow. So I assume the third time he glows red, and then the fourth time is just guard break or something like that. Yeah, he jumped dumb high. Yeah, now he's glowing red.
Oh, and here's more good news. The camera is actually pretty good now.
All right, so
it's certainly evolved over the years, but thankfully in 2025, it no longer seems.
That's pretty much it. Against an enemy power attack, stagger. Against a blocking enemy, stagger. Maybe it's just like a enhanced move or something. So maybe there's two, okay? Because I'm so used to Xbox controller. So he said if you use L, that's like the giant red sword that you were seeing. You hold L, press the button. The R moves is like, I think that's what you were seeing where he was doing that kick combo that was breaking the guard and stuff. And then the other one is like a perfect like parry kind of thing. But no, it couldn't have been L because later on it tell you it didn't change that. L is still dodge. It was somewhere later in the trailer. I don't want to really look for it too much. If I can't find it, I can't find it. But it did show you that. Maybe he just mixed up the buttons. Here you go. Hold on. See, LT is block. So then again, it still could be block in the button. He could still be right about that. But yeah, man, Ninja Gaiden 4. Tell me how you feel about it. You know, my only gripe, like I said, that thing with the difficulty. And forgive the darkness in here. It's just early, so I don't have the lights on. But the difficulty thing. Because it sounds like there's no, like I said, there's no path of mentor. There's no like hard mode master ninjas. It doesn't seem like it's like that at all. And then the other thing I'm still thinking about is the pre-order DLC said. Let me see if I can bring it back up. Actually, I have it. I still have the video. Somewhere over here. All right there. So the pre-order DLC says future game content, right? So we saw just now in the trailer or in the demo playthrough that you have health items. So you have life elixir. I assume that in that little new Muramasa shop from the other guy, Tyron is his name, you could buy like life, you could buy like a health item, since it in the case of you have all your upgrades or whatever, right? But what I'm still confused about is that it says future gameplay content. So like if most of the game is Yakumo and like 20% is Ryu, right? You buying these little health upgrades and whatnot. That means for the future gameplay content, what are these needed for? That's the real question. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What are all of these extra things needed for? What this sounds like to me, this is my theory, and I'm probably right. It sounds like they're gonna drop a DLC, and the DLC is gonna be something related to specifically Hayabusa. And then the Hayabusa part, that whatever that DLC is gonna be like his sub campaign. You play like a couple of extra stages with just Hayabusa. You fight like extra enemies and whatnot, and that's what all this extra stuff is for. That's what I truly believe is for. It may be like DLC, like 4 chapters, just Hayabusa, and all of these extra things, the coins, the life elixir, divine elixir. You can level up his Ninpo, whatnot. That's what I think it's for. I'm pretty sure that's my theory. I'm gonna stick with that. Other than that, like I said, just let me know how you feel. It looked good, but like I said, it looked way more platinum than Ninja Gaiden. That's all. But it don't look like a bad game at all, man. It looked like you keep moving. It just looked different. It's saying it ain't how we normally see Ninja Gaiden. But yeah, that was the video, man. I didn't want to keep it too long. I just wanted to go through it and just talk about what's there. Let me know what you think. Later.